devices are connected. So, I have a food talk this time because I want to try to make some things going forward. Hi, say Gene. Can you hear me? I have earphones in. They supposedly have a microphone on it. Oh, wait. Oh, crap. It went away. Good morning. Now I can't see. Oh, hell. You can hear? Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Okay. I still have cashews because I'm the only one eating them. Well, still have. There's not enough to share, I'll say. But they're still there. But I had a bunch of other crap too. That's probably why they're still there. I had cinnamon cake, and lemon cake, and some other cake. I don't know what it was. It was like oh, some sort of gooey something, it said. It's like yellow cake is what it tastes like, but it was something else. So I still have a handful. That's what I always said. Sharing is for children. It teaches them how to share. When you get grown, get your own stuff. Yeah, the first stream messed up because I don't know if everything was working or not. Because I'm live, but in my earphones, I still had music playing. So I didn't know what that was about. Because I just came from the store, and so I had my music playing. And then I paused it to set up the live stream. And I figured it would knock the music out once the live stream started, but the music kept playing. So I started over. So, okay. Yesterday, I made a meatloaf, right? And I asked y'all for, no, no cold. It's not cold. Well, it's not cold for me. I don't know what the temperature is, but it's not cold. I was sweating just a minute ago, but that's just me. I run hot anyway. But no, it's not cold. I don't know what the temperature is. It was like this yesterday, and I put a coat on yesterday and sweat the whole way to the store and all the way back again. And it makes it worse because I have to go up a big giant hill, and so I have to put in all that extra exertion to get up the hill. So anyway, so I went to the store just a few minutes ago. Actually, I just got in the house and right back out again. Made the meatloaf, and I asked y'all for, suggestions, hints, and tips and tricks and things. And there's like 86 comments. And I'm like, okay. So I watched a video on it too. The little food app I have has everything in the world except meatloaf. So I'm like, okay, I can't watch a video there. They had, oh, you can make meatballs. You can make meat tarts. And you can, I like meatloaf, child, meatloaf. Most basic American dish there is. So anyway, so I get there out to the house. I'm making the stuff. The house is standing. And I put the ingredients in. And I noticed it was loose to begin with because my ratios were off. And so I'm like, okay, maybe it'll firm up a little bit once you put it in the oven. It firmed up a little bit. So I was right, a little bit. But it's edible. Like it's not as horrible as I made it sound. But the ratios were off. So it was like meatloaf jello. Oh, it was special. Hi, Becca. I told Becca said how it turned out. I gave her a different description, but I'll leave that out right now. She said, "Did you make your meatloaf?" I said, "I made a pan full of." That's what I made, but it wasn't horrible. I made two. So the second one was smaller, and I put the right ratio in that one, and so it turned out fine. But it wasn't a normal meatloaf. I put liquid smoke, bacon, and cheese in that one, and then your onion and all your seasoning. So that was the second one. That was the smaller one though. So my ratios were good on that one. The ratios sucked on the first one though. I put a whole sleeve of crackers in there. But here's the problem. I also put some milk in there. Because when I looked online for meatloaf recipes, I never in my life thought to put milk in it. But it said put some milk in it. So I put some milk in it. Don't know what for, other than that's what the recipe said. And then my brother, who knows how to cook, he said, no, you never ever put milk in meatloaf. so that was made it loose. Because I put the egg, I put the crackers, and then I put milk. Yes, Jen, milk. Because that's what every recipe said. And I'm like, okay, because I never made it. I also never stood there and watched nobody make it. I was always call me when it's done person. And so it was, but I put milk in there because that's what the recipe said. It's and not just milk, a whole cup of milk is what it said. So I'm like, okay, I put the milk in there. And it was like Jello meatloaf. It was just jiggly as it could be. But I'm like, okay, maybe these people know how to cook. I don't, so I'll follow along. Milk, and it was just as juicy and loosey as it possibly could be. The second one, I put milk in the second one too. I didn't put as much because I didn't measure. I just did the eye test and just poured a little bit in there because I'm still very unsure about the milk. And I went with crackers because I asked my brother, I said, okay, do you do crackers, breadcrumbs, or bread? He said he always uses saltine crackers, so that's why I use the saltine crackers. And I think my saltine crackers that I put in the first one were, they were crunched up too much because I almost powderized them. And the second one, I left chunks in, like, little little pieces. And that one turned out the way it's supposed to. But the first one was larger though. It was a lot more meat, so I figured I needed a lot more ingredients. And I was gonna get fancy and do like some different kind of crackers. I was gonna do like flavored crackers or something like that. But no. So I don't know. It's again, it wasn't the worst in the world. It's just not what I wanted it to be. It was just, it's cooked all the way through. So I waited till my brother got home because, like I said, he knows how to cook. So I was like, okay, so here's two things we can do. I figured we can repurpose the meat because it was very pliable. You could still like take it and make. I figured we could like take it and maybe make spaghetti meat out of it or something because it was cooked. It just wasn't like I wanted it to be. And then he was like, "No, it's fine, because it's because I looked online. I actually typed in, how do you save a bad meatloaf?' And I got one out of all those pages of results. I got one website where a lady was having the same problem. She said hers was too loose. How do you save it? Da da da. Somebody said put it in the refrigerator and basically it'll set. That way you can cut it and all these type of things. And so that actually helped. So the the meatloaf did stiffen, as it were, when I put it in the refrigerator. And so it wasn't bad. Try not to waste this all over myself. It wasn't bad once you let it set and all that other type of stuff. I was just being like extra critical because it wasn't like I wanted it to be. So it wasn't bad. And then I made mashed potatoes, which, you can mess up mashed potatoes, but I didn't. They were fine. I got to use my new salts. I got a black garlic salt. I got an applewood smoked salt. And then I have a honey truffle salt. And so I use the garlic one. That honey truffle salt, I don't know what I'm going to use. Because, okay, salt as a seasoning is to not be the flavor, right? This much I do know. But when you put that honey truffle salt in anything, that's all you taste. At least I tried it, like I took a little section of mashed potato one day and tried that honey truffle salt. Yeah, no, I can't. I really can't. So I use the black garlic one. That is good. Because I put garlic powder, onion powder. Those are our regular seasons anyway. So it worked for us. So we're going to make another meatloaf, or at least I'm going to follow his recipe on this weekend. Or yeah, it is this weekend. Right, today's Friday, ain't it? So yeah, I'm going to do that again. Like make a little bitty one. Or at the very least, get the recipe. I mean, I know what to do now, minus the milk. Because again, this is not something I ever heard of. But I swear to you, every recipe said put some milk in your meatloaf. So I'm like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Obviously they do because, you're a cook. It was the worst thing ever. Well, it wasn't the worst, but it wasn't like I wanted it. It was loose. I have no idea what the temperature is. I just struck out walking. But yesterday, it was like this. And I had a coat on and started sweating, so we're sans the coat today. I ain't talking to you. Look that way. Jesus Christ. Get out my mouth. Say hi if you're gonna stare. Gosh dog it. Y'all try it on the chicken. I got some. Um, I had some chicken breast that I I baked 2 days ago. So I'll try that on the chicken. That might be good. I like honey on the chicken anyway. So that just might be good. So next is elote. Elote. So I went and got some corn on the cob today. We got a whole cabinet full of, oh, I didn't get any. Where I suck when it comes to trying to get something from the grocery store. So I need, Jesus Christian. I need lemon juice and lime juice. Don't waste the water. That's what I need next. But I got everything else. But elote, it is not cold. Look up the temperature in Pittsburgh. I can't look it up. I'm on the telephone. Are you staring too? No, she was staring for a whole different reason. Because she was walking this way, then she went and walked the other way. She probably scared. Anyway, back to the food. Elote, that's what I'm making, which is Mexican corn, basically. And so I got everything else except the lime. I just came from the store like 17 minutes ago. I always forget something. But I didn't write it down though either. I did remember the list. 49 degrees, there you go. It's not cold. It feels like it's gonna be spring today type of thing, where it's a cool morning and then it'll get warmer, as it were. But it's fantastic to me. This is my ideal temperature. But I'm gonna make the corn today. I got mayonnaise. We don't eat mayonnaise in the house. So that was, yeah, I didn't even know where to find mayonnaise. So I found mayonnaise. The smallest jar I could find. So we'll do that today. Yes, Mexican corn. So apparently what you do, we don't have a grill. Well, we actually have, do we have a grill? Anyway, I'm gonna broil it in the oven. So you cook it, you grill it is what you're supposed to do, but that's for fancy folks. We ain't got no grill around here. It's actually a little park up the way. Well, park is a strong word. It's a little table and then there's a little grill thing next to it, but there's a little grill thing. Anyway, but you grill your corn and then you put on like 1,500 different spices and then mayonnaise, or mayonnaise first and then all your spices. Do chili powder. You can do, how do you pronounce that? Is it Tajin, whatever that is. You can put that on there too, but we don't have that, so we're not doing that. And you know, whatever kind of spice you want, I assume, but to be authentic, you could follow that recipe, but we're just gonna get close. Because I don't eat all that other stuff. So I'm gonna do chili powder, garlic, onion powder, black pepper, some kind of salt, Like very, very, I don't like salt. So it's probably a very, very light sprinkling of salt. And mayonnaise. So that's what we're going to do. That's going to be that sounds dangerous, say Gene. So I don't want to burn the house down. So I'm going to put it in the oven because the oven makes me feel like it's contained. If it's on the stove, I feel like I need like a emergency protocol. So I don't think about that. Oh, I ain't putting no cocoa. You taking me too far. I don't know about that. I ain't putting any sugar either. I don't think it would go well. It might, I don't know. Like I say, I don't cook. It might not go well with all the spices and crap that I got to put on there. So we'll see about that. I got 8. So if I jack it up real bad, then it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I seen it actually. I need to go watch this video again of somebody making it. I've never, of course, made it before. I've never seen it made either. But in Arizona, there used to be, the food truck vendors would always have elote or Mexican corn. So my brother, when he lived out there, would have it all the time. Say he loved it. I've never had it ever. I seen a person eating it once online. They were doing kind of like this, had their mukbang thing going on, and they were just doing the chat, and had this corn with all this extra goodness on it, and I'm like, oh Jesus, that looked good. And then I looked it up, seen the word mayonnaise, and I'm like, yeah, no, I can't. I hate mayonnaise. It tastes like oil. I can't. I don't like it. Blah blah blah. So I'm gonna try it today, though. I'm gonna make 2. I'm gonna make one with the mayonnaise on it. See what that tastes like. Because okay, once you mix in all that other stuff, you think that the mayonnaise would take on a different life. So that's why I'm gonna try it with the mayonnaise. I just need to go get some lime juice because you can sort of garnish it with some lime. I don't really care for lime and lemon on my food, but this is different because it's not meat. Like I don't like lemon pepper. I don't like the meat to taste sour. And when you put lemon pepper on something, that's all I taste. And it just jacks up everything because it's like stuck to my tongue. And I don't care what I put in my mouth, it all tastes like lemon. So I can't do citrusy stuff. But in this case, because lime just kind of adds a tartness, it doesn't really add a huge flavor unless you use the zest or something. So I'm going to do that. Yes, it is oil. So that's all I taste, though. It just tastes too oily. I like Miracle Whip because it tastes like sugar oil. It's salad dressing. So that's why I like that. I don't like mayonnaise. Mayonnaise ain't my get down. I'm super truthful. Chili sounds good too. I could probably use some of that meatloaf meat and make it. But that's going to be the next thing is the Mexican corn. Then after that, I need to, you better laugh. I need to make, I need to get me a cake tin. I would love to make a pineapple upside down cake. Now that sounds like some work, but that's what I would like to do. I haven't had one in 3,000 years. I had a carrot cake, I think last year, or at least a piece of carrot cake. There's this lady who would come in the store that I worked in, sweet as she could be, and she made us authentic carrot cake. I could have slapped two people mamas for that carrot cake. That carrot cake was so gosh darn good. So I had a carrot cake. These are like my childhood cakes that I ain't had in 1,000 years because I don't know how to make them. Red velvet is a hit and a miss for me. I have to be in the mood for it because it tastes like food dye most of the time. And so it's like, it tastes like chemicals. I don't like it. But that's going to be the next thing. I'm going to try to make a pineapple upside down cake. Are they the easiest to make? Well, I hope so. But you know, listen. I say easy, and then I get the loosey goosey meatloaf, like, because I'm doing something I ain't got no business, like putting milk in my meatloaf. So I'm a scour for some recipes, and then ask my brother because he knows how to make it. He makes a strawberry banana cake. I swear to you, honest to God's truth, there are so many people in our family because one of them started their own cake store. They want that recipe. Everybody wants that recipe. I don't care how old they are and how long they've been cooking. Everybody wants that recipe. And don't nobody have it but him. He's the only one who knows how to make it. Everybody wants it. But in his defense, it's not a recipe. He just knows how to make it. That's not something he wrote down. So there are no measurements. It's just, a chef's eye. You put in what you need to put in and boom, it's made. I love a carrot cake. I haven't had cornbread on the stove in a very long time. That's how we used to have it too sometimes, is put it in the cast iron skillet. And yes, my brother, he can cook anything. I remember when we had an international dinner at the church once time. And I'm like, because international dinner, now mind you, every sucker in there is from Oklahoma, but we were having an international dinner. So you make a dish from some other country and you bring it in. His wife always made this monstrosity, but everybody loved it. But, you know, like I said, I don't want this to sound racist because, that's not how we get down. But white people and black people don't eat the exact same thing all the time. She made a coleslaw because everybody in the church is white or Navajo. But everybody loved this recipe she would make for her coleslaw. And it's lettuce, cabbage, and then she put in all the junk that she could find in her kitchen, but that's what the recipe calls for. You take ramen noodles, like the ramen noodle packet, the little 10-cent ramen noodles, you crunch it up, you put that in there. Then you put sunflower seeds in there. Then you put some other crap in there. I forget. I just looked. I ain't ever tasted it. I just looked, and I'm like, that got ramen noodles in it. Yeah, that ain't for me. No, thank you. And the pastor was trying to give me someone. He was like, "Oh, you got to try this. It's gonna be the best thing you ever had." I looked. I said, "It's got ramen noodles in it." He said, "Yeah, my wife made it." I said, "No, I'm not eating that." He said, "Well, you won't have to tell her." I said, "I'll tell her, but I ain't eating it." You stick all this menagerie in your mouth if you want to. I don't put weird things in my mouth for free. No, thank you. Coleslaw. That is not coleslaw. Slop slaw. But anyway, uncooked ramen noodles, yes, because everything in there is crunchy. Because you got your sunflower seeds. There was something else I don't remember, but lettuce, cabbage, and crunched up ramen noodles. Like you got to be some kind of fool. You think I'm about to eat this. But anyway, what I was saying was ramen salad. I can't. No, no. I'm glad you like it though, but no. So my brother, he made chicken lo mein and chicken fried rice. That's what he made. That's what I took. And it was fantastic. Oh, a cardinal. Can be like, oh, squirrel. It's a cardinal. The Cardinals and the Blue Jays are out today. Oh, no. I can't. See, I know. That's just something that just, no, I'm not eating crunched up ramen noodles and coleslaw. Now, back in the day, when we was cheering, we would take the ramen noodle and crunch it up and pour the little seasoning in it, shake it up, and then eat that. But it didn't have coleslaw dressing on it, so I can't. But, like I say, so I'm gonna do the elote today, and then I need to find, I have a cake tin. I don't have anything to store the cake in. That's what it is. I want one of those glass cake platters. I never bought one because we don't have a bunch of cake in the house like that. Because I'm the only one that really eats cake. My brother's a cookie person. And the last time I made cookies, they were fine the first day, and then you can break a window with them the second day. So I looked online to figure out how do you keep your your cookies soft, and I get nothing. I mean, you get, okay, use this kind of flour, use this kind of, put some jello in it, or the pudding mix, put that in there, or it's like, okay, I did all that. It's still hard. So how do you keep them soft? So it's another lady. She bakes and cooks all the time. She said, oh, just put them in Ziploc bags. That doesn't work either. So I have no idea. The only other thing is you can put them in a container and then put an apple in there. That'll keep them soft because apples give off gas that ages things, but it'll keep them soft. I'm not putting an apple in with all my good. That just seems so just no. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't have to go through them lengths just to keep no cookies off. I don't have any chemicals in it. That's probably the thing. So I'll make a cake. I want to make pineapple upside down cake. I have not had that in a very long time. You know what else I haven't had was lemon meringue. I see one in the store today, but it's a store one. My mother used to make hers from scratch. And so I want to try to make that one day. But meringue seems hard, so and I'm definitely not toasted and all that other stuff, so I don't know. YouTube videos, here I come, but we'll see. But that's the plan. Meatloaf yesterday. I ate it, we're still alive. So at the very least it was cooked. And then today we're doing elote. Tomorrow I want to try. No, I need to get a cake container first, because I don't have anything to keep it in. What is, for those who know, what is the, because I mean, it's been a very, very, very long time. What is on the pineapple upside down cake? What is like the icing, if you will? Is it some kind of glaze? Because don't you make it with like the pineapple juice and something else and pour it over the top? I don't remember, because like it's been a very, very, very long time. Brown sugar? Is it brown sugar and pineapple juice? Or is it just brown sugar? Rum? We don't have rum. So you bake it in pineapple juice. Hence the upside down part, right? Okay, that's what I thought. Pineapple juice, brown sugar makes the glaze. Okay. Brown sugar, pineapple slices. Okay. Peaches. Okay. I ain't averse to that. We like a peach. Because, I mean, we don't eat the fruit anyway. It's just all, we discard the fruit. We're not fruit people. Not cooked fruit. Like, I don't like apple pie. Well, I like the crust of it. Outside of that, you throw all the rest of it away. No, we're not having rum. I don't really care for alcohol or alcohol infused things, even if the alcohol itself burns off. I don't really like the flavors. My brother, on the other hand, has never had a drink in his whole life. So yeah, no. Won't be doing that. No, Wi-Fi is off. See, I can't do I don't like fruit inside of anything. I don't like cherry pie, apple pie, none of that. Blueberry, it all looks good, because I'm pretty sure it is. But cooked fruit is just mush pie after a while. Even if your apples or whatever still got a little bite to it, I don't care for that. I like the crust though. You got all that good deliciousness all over it. But if you're just going to eat crust and juice, you might as well just make a cobbler without or just make a cobbler, like a peaches and dumplings type thing in a big pot instead of in pie form. That way you can just pick out the dumplings and juice, or crust and juice, however you're going to do it. You know, I've never in my life had key lime pie because because in my mind it sounds like lime pie. And so I'm like, I don't care for citrus type stuff, at least not in flavor form. I like lemonade, of course, but I don't want a lemon pie if it tastes like sour lemon. If it's like lemon meringue where it's sweet, okay, fine. But in my mind, it just sounds like lime pie. So I've never ever had key lime pie. And it wasn't something my mother ever made, so it wasn't something I was exposed to. It is lime pie. Well, I was correct then. It don't sound like nothing I want. It's not something my mother ever made. So, like I said, it wasn't something I was exposed to. So I don't really care for it myself. So no, thank you. See, lemon meringue is sweet. I never had lime pie though. All I ever think of is sour. I don't want nothing sour. I can't stand sour stuff. Sour food, sour candy, sour nothing. Now my mother, she could eat a lemon by itself. Just take it, cut it, and eat it. I can't. My whole everything down here would hurt just watching I do that. And then I was always asked, she said, it's good for your blood pressure. Sure, but it's nasty for your whole face. I can't. See, I like dessert. I like sugar, so it's a very addictive thing. It's like cocaine. I mean, it really is. I don't have, now mind you, I like sweetness. I guess I should say sweetness. I mean, it's still sugar. Sugar, sugar, sugar. But I can do without cake, cookies, and candy. If I can just eat fruit and that's fine. I eat that other stuff on purpose, pretty much. Because I stopped eating cake, cookies, and candy for like a whole year one time and just ate fruit. But that's when I was also in Texas. I worked at a grocery store that was full of very, very interesting things. You got Chipotle, you had dragon fruits, you had passion fruits, you had kiwis, you had all these little different things. The stores in Florida didn't have none of that unless you went to a specific store that charged you $8 million for it. Here, I don't have that unless we go to a store. The store that has all those really wonderful things is far away. The store I have access to, like, they really should be embarrassed about their produce department. Everything in their produce area feels like secondhand to me, kind of like they got it from a food bank type thing, to where these were the things that are nearly discarded. Their apples are soft, their tomatoes are bruised. Only thing that's good is their packaged stuff like blueberries, potatoes, stuff that's already in a bag or something. But their fresh produce is ridiculous. Like they should be ashamed. Now, the store that's got all the nice, pretty, shiny apples and the nice, pretty, shiny fruit is all far away. But that store, once you do go in there, that's the store. Did I show y'all? I don't think I showed y'all. That's the store that's got the $17 ice cream in it. But it's got everything. Everything. So we're going to have to go there this weekend. See what I can get. That's what we're going to have to do. Because the Honeycrisp apple, they have those. They don't have them at the store by me. That's the best apple on earth. Well, second. I like the golden. Or the opal, I think it's called. or maybe it's golden opal. But anyway, the golden apples are my favorite. But the Honeycrisp, because it eats like a whole meal, because it's a gigantic apple. It's got a sweet tart, and so I love that one. That's my favorite. Not a Granny Smith, because that one's sour. But you give me a Honeycrisp apple, it's over. But the ones I had in Texas, I mean, they were the size of your fist. They were gigantic. And so they eat like a whole meal. Then I never had the dragon fruit though. I had a pomegranate, but no dragon fruit because it made me nervous. They say, oh, don't eat the pink part, it's poisonous. Okay, well then, how about I don't eat it at all? I mean, good Lord. And I don't want to have to boil the crap out of something to take the poison out, so how about never mind? No flavor. I've never tried it. It's pretty, but that was the extent. I had the passion fruit once. I told Mattia I had that too. Because this store had a little bit of everything. So I've had that. I have not had a sapote because I didn't know what it was. So I didn't have that. I had, oh God, what is it called? Not the Dorian fruit, because that one stinks, right? They said the pink part of a dragon fruit is poisonous. You can't eat it. You'll throw up, or whatever the case may be. It's not edible. You can eat the inside and the white part, but you can't eat the pink part, is what they said. But see, when I worked in that store, they told me about the pomegranate and how to eat it. Just like the mango, it's two mangoes. One of them is the regular big green and red color, and the other one's small and yellow. And so in that store, I basically would ask customers about these fruits, and they teach you how to eat it, basically. Because everybody likes food. Food and music. Everybody likes it. And so that's a good conversation starter for anybody. I mean, we've been talking 49 minutes about it. So it's a conversation starter for anybody. So we had a lady tell me to just cut it and eat the seeds. I'm like, okay. And now, mind you, in the little, I don't know, the little department, where they sell like the pre-made salads and the naked juice and all this stuff that you got to refrigerate. They sell little cups of pomegranate seeds. And it's in the juice and all that type of stuff, but there's a cup and it's full of pomegranate seeds. But it just seemed like such a hassle to sit there and just eat these little seeds, and I don't know, it wasn't for me. It wasn't nasty, it wasn't bad or nothing like that. It just seemed so, why am I doing this? This is not worth it. They're so little, there's 1,000 of them. I don't really care for this. I didn't take a spoon to it or nothing like that, so I don't know. And I'm like, what about the white part? She said it doesn't have any flavor. People eat the seeds. I said, okay. So that's what I did. But yeah, that's what I was saying. I've never had a sapote because you know what it was. I didn't have the dragon fruit because of the whole it might be poisonous thing. I don't know. I chewed it and swallowed it. So I don't know exactly. You can't get Macintosh? Had told me to you. I like those. Basically, baby tomato. What else did they have? They had some little persimmon. Now that I had one time, I don't remember if I liked it or not though, but I don't think it was bad. Otherwise, I probably would have remembered that. But a persimmon, and that's pretty. I mean, persimmons and tomatillo. That's pretty much what you make, your sauces and crap out of. So that's a colorful leaf. Jesus Christian, it's so bright it looks fake. Hi, JC. Pomegranate with pistachios on your rice? That sounds awful. Well, no, not really. If you think about it, because rice does not really carry that big of a flavor. I mean, rice tastes like rice. It tastes like, rice and starch. You can taste your rice. When you add things to it, it seems like you can only kind of only go up from there. That may not be a horrible thing. Is that a bird? It is. It's a big old bird. But that doesn't sound horrible. Snack time. You know what I want? Okay, I got to go back to the store. Gosh dog it. Because I need the lime anyway for the corn. I would like to have it. I don't need it, but I would like to have it. And since, the store's like 2 seconds down the street, I just got to go down this enormous hill is all. I would like some cheese and honey. Like my favorite little side snack outside of pistachios. See, I don't know. I think I'd leave out the pistachios because I don't really want, when you have something that in my mind is supposed to be soft, like rice, if you add something crunchy, it gets in the way. That's in my head, right? Like it's now a hassle to eat it because in my mind I want to eat something soft and I shouldn't be having to go through all these. I shouldn't have to have dexterity to eat rice, so it's, it's a little different when you add something crunchy in there. Sure, it tastes good though. I think. I don't know. I'm gonna have to add white people and black people don't eat the same thing. Black people and Cubans don't eat the same thing. So I don't know. That sounds different for me. It doesn't sound bad though. I wonder how those flavors go together. Potato pancakes and applesauce. See now, my brother makes potato cakes from time, but actually all I ever put on it was honey. I've never put applesauce on anything. You know, some people make pork chops in applesauce, but I've never put applesauce on anything, so I don't know what that flavor dynamic is like either. You know, that sounds fantastic. I see. I like pecans. Period. So I can put anything on a pecan. But cheese and honey is my fantastic. This is something somebody made me when I lived in Florida. It's a onyx, and then he was trying to do some little design or something. I don't know, but I like it, so I just wear it. See, I think we all eat weird stuff, but that's Iranian. Yeah, well, Iranians and black people don't eat the same thing either. I can't. I was watching a person make the elote earlier. Is a black dude. I couldn't get him to say elote, I guess, for nothing in the world. It was just Mexican corn, Mexican corn. I say elote. Just say it one time. It's Mexican corn. Okay, it's fair corn. He even called it because you know the fair. I guess when he recorded that video, the fair was in town. I love a. They look like brains. I love a pecan. We used to have a pecan tree when I was a kid. And the fun part, you tear your fingers apart, but the fun part was trying to get them open to eat it. It was just the most fantastic thing ever. Oh no. Mm-mm. I've never had a sweet potato. Okay, so me and sweet potatoes, if you cook it like yams, then okay, I'm fine. But if you turn it into something else, like potatoes, or not potatoes, but potato chips and fries, then you lose me. I can't. Can't do it, won't do it. It just does not taste. I don't like it. Speaking of chips, the little store that I was talking about, the one that's far away, they have, and I have not had this in a very long time. They used to call them buffalo chips. Buffalo chips, I guess, you know, is a play on words for turds, I suppose. But they are chocolate covered potato chips. Now, I'm like, okay, that sounds like the grossest thing in the world because I'm not a sweet and salty person. Give me one or give me the other. But I worked in a store that sold these little containers. They look like Chinese food containers. The little, you know, little white containers. And they were called buffalo chips. And you had a ridge or ripple one, then you had a plain one. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna be Mikey today, and we're gonna try chocolate covered potato chips. Oh, they were fantastic. First of all, the chocolate was quality, so it wasn't cheap chocolate. Secondly, the potato chip just became a wafer. after a while. It really wasn't potato chippy. It was the actual potato chip though. But it took more of a wafer life than it did salty Lay's potato chip. So it wasn't bad. It was not bad at all. I enjoyed it anyway. Sweet potatoes is not bad. They're not bad. Well, they're not bad once, you know, my family gets done with it because it's covered in sugar. It's one of them type of things to where all the benefits of a sweet potato just kind of go right out the window because it's covered in butter and cinnamon sugar and all the other kind of crap that you use to make yams. You know, I heard, because there was a store also, I worked in the mall one time. There was a candy store. They had chocolate cover everything. Chocolate cover coffee beans, which were not bad before I was allergic to caffeine. They had chocolate covered gummy bears, which were awful. Chocolate covered ants, which, why? Or crickets or whatever the hell it was. But why do you go outside, get actual creatures and bugs, and then pour chocolate over it? It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Anyway, and then they had chocolate covered bacon, which sounds awful to me, so I didn't eat it. But at this point, I think I would try it at least. Even though, I'm not a salty sweet person, but there are some things that you can kind of mix and get away with, like not pecans, but peanuts. If you put some salt on them and then some chocolate, I can do that. That's not horrible. It's not my first choice, but it's not horrible. Good morning, Desiree. Me either. Like, bugs belong outside. Not in your food, not in your mouth, not in your house. I've never had it, but at this point, I'm not adverse to trying chocolate covered bacon at least one time. It's got to be crispy and crunchy though. It can't be chewy. I don't like chewy bacon. I put all my bacon in the oven. I don't fry it on the top because then there's like chewy pieces in it. I always put it in the oven, and it has to be crunchy. I don't even mind burnt bacon. Like, it can be dark, but it cannot be undercooked. It cannot be chewy. It's not bubble gum. It's bacon. And then my niece is like the exact opposite. She can't stand crunchy bacon. It's got to have some chew to it. I'm like, chewy bacon? Like, why? Who eats chewy bacon? Just go bite the pig while he's in the field. It's the same thing. I can't. But see, okay. I don't like things that appear to be undercooked. Bacon, exactly. Bacon to me must be crunchy. Number one. Now, don't throw a cherry at me. But my steak and my beef has to be well done. I do not like medium rare. I do not like rare. Definitely not. How do you pronounce this? It's Sangon in French. I think that's rare. It means blood. Like if the meat is the same color when you finished it as you did when you started it, it ain't done. It's got to be well done. It can even be burnt a little bit, but it's got to be well done. Crispy bacon, well done beef. Got to be. Because I don't want nothing that's pink. I don't want sushi. Even cooked sushi, no thank you. Because in my mind, it's still raw. So, no. Oh, can't see. I can't do it. I can't. And mind you, it's a psychosis thing because it's in my brain that something's wrong with it because it's still pink. And so in my mind, something's wrong with it. Even though people say, oh, well, you still have, if you make it well done, you cooked out all the flavor. That's okay. That's all right. I'd rather you do that than for it to be pink. BLT is my favorite thing in the world. I could pig out on that forever. A lot of times I don't actually use bread. I take the lettuce and I put the bacon and tomato in it and just roll it and eat it like that. The bread is just unnecessary to me sometimes because the reason I like a BLT is for the crunch. And so that's why I like that. And the bread is just in the way. It is something wrong with it. It's not done. But people love medium well because it's apparently more flavorful than well done. Because the longer you cook it, the tougher it gets. The longer you cook it, the more flavor you lose, blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. But don't give me no pink meat. Like I said, you might as well just walk across the field, take a bite out of the cow. It's the same thing. I can't. It's got to be well done. Definitely can't be rare. I'm not Dracula. Yes, you know what? I need to start using. That makes more sense. I never use romaine because I never buy romaine. I always just buy the regular iceberg. But romaine would be better because it's bigger than the iceberg leaves. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna start doing from now. I never thought of that. Light bulb moment. But I always get the iceberg because it's crunchier. I think that's why I used to do it. But I like the BLT just wrapped in the lettuce with the tomato and go for it. Well, see, I don't want it. I don't want the bread like at all. I toast the bread for everything else. I've never toasted it for a BLT. Now that I think about it, but I don't know. I don't want the bread because I need a meat sandwich or a cheese sandwich if I'm gonna do toasted bread. Just in my mind, this is just the things sort of muscle memory, the things that you've always done, or the things you'll always do. So I always, if I get like a turkey sandwich or ham sandwich, I don't really eat ham, but turkey sandwich, then I toast that, but I never toasted the bread for a BLT. And I don't like ham and cheese and ham. And I'm not a ham person because it's salty. I'm sensitive to salt. Wish I was sensitive to sugar, but I'm sensitive to salt. I just can't. Crunchy bacon, well done beef. No sushi, even cooked sushi. And my mind is still raw, even if it's not fish. You can get chicken sushi, you can just get vegetable sushi. No, I still don't want it because you called it sushi. In my mind, you say the word sushi, all I think is raw fish. And I grossed my own self out, and so I can't do it. Then you wrap rice in seaweed, and then you want me to eat it. No, thank you. Yes, iceberg is basically empty. There's no nutritional value in it. It's just a crunch for me. Which, if I could eat Cheetos for crunch, I could eat lettuce for crunch. I'm gonna try to be healthy. You gotta take out all the other healthy stuff. But yeah, romaine would be better because there's actual, vitamins and minerals in there. But iceberg is just a waste of space in your stomach. But it's crunchy. I can't do raw fish. But whoever, I don't get the process of not cooking your food. Even if you do rare beef, at least you toasted it on, on both sides. But why do you take a fish, cut it up, and just start eating it? You ain't put no fire on this at all. You just munched it down. I don't understand. I can't do it. I ain't gonna do it. I don't get it. I don't. I don't. I can't. I won't. A cream salad. What is that? I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start doing that, JC, and just use lettuce for my bread for everything because I don't mind that. Like chicken sandwich. Take the lettuce and just eat the lettuce with the chicken sandwich or the turkey sandwich or whatever. I don't mind that. I think that's what I'm gonna start doing. I think it works for everything except like smoked sausage. I eat smoked sausage on bread. I don't know how that would be with lettuce, but I can try it. If it don't work, I'll still have bread because I like toast. I'm a toast person. We bought these croissants the other day, and I got this honey. I have tried to find it online. The company that sells it, they sell it wholesale, so you have to have like a store or whatever. They don't sell it just to the general public, I guess. But the honey it's like a creamy honey and it's flavored. I had a blueberry one. My hand to God, Jesus made that himself. Do you hear me? Oh my goodness. I'd sell my whole house for that. That blueberry honey was fan-darn-tastic. I mean, so I had the croissants. I cut them, I toasted in the skillet. I took some cream cheese with the blueberry honey and put Jesus. That was $5.99 a plate all day long. Man, that was so darn good. I could have broke into a Holy Ghost shout right there. It was that fantastic. But I cannot find that honey in the stores except for one. So this weekend, when I go to the shops, I'm gonna have to find it and then buy several of them. It was fantastic. Yeah, I do need, I still need bread. Like, I still need bread, especially if you're doing fried egg. Especially if your yolk is a little runny too, then you can use your bread. So yeah, I still need it. But for sandwich purposes, I think I'm gonna start the lettuce and see how that works for me. Because we eat a lot of salad too anyway. So it ain't like it'll go to waste, but we'll see. Oh, I seen you. Where'd you go? Hi, Marie. It turned out loose. It was all right. It didn't taste bad. It was just loose because I put milk in it. Me too. That's actually my favorite part of meatloaf is a sandwich. I might make one today. I had to go to the store today because I didn't have any vegetables for the meatloaf because I forgot. I started cooking and forgot. Now, mind you, in my slight defense, I didn't write it down either. I wrote everything else down except that. You know who makes really good beef jerky? Is, I think the company's name is Bridgeport, I think. It's in my head. I can see the label. But anyhow, it's Sweet Baby Ray's variety. They have like a Sweet Baby Ray's teriyaki, Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue, Sweet Baby Ray's blah, blah, blah. They make just a fantastic, it's basically seasoned meat. It's not really beef jerky because it's not tough. Some of it is, but the most of it is just seasoned meat. Like, that's one of them things. I buy one pack, I leave it at that because if I buy more, that's all I'll eat for a whole week is beef darn jerky. Sweet kale, shaved Brussels sprouts, cabbage. Oh, that sounds good. Because, see, I am trying to actually think of some things to repurpose. The meatloaf is not bad. I mean, I think I exaggerate. You know, I talk in hyperbole anyway. But this was, anyway, moving on. I'll find some things. Cherry chicken jerky. Venison jerky. No, I can't, no, Gina. I have to buy several. That's why I only buy one. Because if I buy more than one, that's all I'll eat is beef jerky. No, I eat that. If we in the car and I pull that out, it's gonna be gone by the time we get to the house. It's so much stinking flavor in it that it's just ridiculous. No, I definitely can't make beef jerky stretch for no week. I can't do that. Well, see, here's the thing. A splash of milk won't make it moist, maybe, but a whole cup, yeah. But you live and you learn. I know now. Quit doing recipes. Ask somebody who knows. No, because I'm not really a beef jerky person. It's just that in particular one I like. I don't actually buy it. I haven't had beef jerky since I left Florida, actually. So it's not really a thing that's always in the house. It's just like one of those things that once you do have it, you eat it a lot. But it's not something that's ever on the list because it's not my go-to snack. A pistachio, yes. Chocolate chip cookie, yes. Beef jerky, not really. Yeah, that's what I'm. Okay, it's not bad. It doesn't actually need to be repurposed. I just want to because it doesn't look the way I want it to. But I ain't fooling with it. I'll leave it there. Make sandwiches out of it. And you can crumble it, you know, because it's still seasoned. It's just seasoned meat. I put onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, salt, onion. So, I mean, it's still got the flavor of meatloaf. It's just shaky. Ooh, no rabbit. No rabbits. Mind you, I never had it, but it just seemed like ain't one of them things I want to eat. It's like when you call it veal instead of beef. I can't eat it. It sounds nasty. But it's veal. Veal is baby beef. I can't, no. Sounds gross. Sounds like eels. Can't do it. I went to a restaurant that had fried alligator on the menu. And I'm just no. Just no. And then you get the line, it tastes like chicken. Okay, like rattlesnake. Okay, why would you eat such a thing? Now, we were actually in New Orleans, of course, so that's a delicacy. Get you a good old piece of alligator. I can't though. It tastes like fish, but felt like chicken. Had that chicken texture to it. And this was fried. I don't know how they do it in other places, but this one was fried that was on the menu. They have a lot of bison in Oklahoma, or they sell a lot of bison in Oklahoma and Texas. Because a lot of people would buy that. And mind you, you get the tiniest little package of it. But people would buy that instead of ground beef for their hamburgers and other things. There's this guy I watch on YouTube called Joshua Weissman. I posted one of his videos on my community tab one day. He just made a shepherd's pie. I'm gonna have to go and watch that. Is there anybody in here? Well, y'all cook. Y'all probably just know the answer to it, but I'm gonna ask: is there anybody in here from England or the UK, as it were, that can tell me what is the difference between an American pot pie and an English hot pot? Is that the same thing? Or no? If you know, is that the same thing? Because I've never seen one, but to hear somebody make it, it sounds like a pot pie that we do over here. Unless I'm confusing that with something else. Where's the shepherd's pie? Because doesn't shepherd's pie have a crust? Bye. Because American pot pie is crust on the bottom, filling, crust on the top. Or you can do crust on the top only if you want, but I've never seen it. But some people do it that way. But you get your crust on the bottom, you put in whatever you're going to put in, peas, carrots, chicken, potato, whatever you want to put in there, with your liquid, whatever you use, and then put a crust on the top and bake it. So a hot pot has a mashed potato on the top. Is that what I'm thinking of? Shepherd's pie has the potatoes. And now, are they mashed potatoes? Can I get a better, there we go. Shepherd's pie has the mashed potatoes on top or like throughout? Ah, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, that's what I was describing was the pot pie. American pot pie is crust on the bottom, filling, crust on the top. So the hot pot has sliced potatoes on top, and the shepherd's pie has a mashed potato on top. Gravy, that's the word I was actually looking for instead of liquid. Yes. Okay. Okay. Because when I hear the word hot pot, I'm thinking, is that just a pot pie? Or is what is, okay, okay. So I'm going to watch his shepherd's pie video, see what it looks like. I'm hungry now. I haven't eaten all day. I've been up since the crack of dawn. It's 12 o'clock. Who texted me? Oh, okay. I got that. Well, we still got battery. Okay. That didn't sound bad. A regular shepherd's pie. I mean, so, okay. For those who know, explain to me. The shepherd's pie, how do you keep it together? Or is it just a stew with potatoes on top? Like, how is it enclosed? Like a pot pie has crust all around it to where it has contents inside the crust. A shepherd's pie, if it has no crust or if it has nothing around it on top or on the bottom of it, how do you keep it together? Is it really just a stew with potatoes on top? Well, I mean, not the cooking part or the serving part or just I mean, how is it? How do I explain? Is it still just like a stew, though? Is it? Because when you put the spoon in and you pick it up, will it all fall off? Or is there some sort of agent that would keep it all together? Is what I'm asking. In not the most eloquent way. More like a thick chili. Because here's what I'm asking is it just like a bowl of goodness, or is it, because when I hear pie, I think something is on the bottom. Either more mashed potatoes, or a crust, or something. Bread, crackers, chicken feet, anything. But is it just a bowl of stew? is, is what I'm asking. Okay. Are there mashed potatoes on the bottom or just the top? It's thicker. Yeah, I figured it will be. Definitely thicker than pot pie. You cut a pot pie, everything coming out. Okay. It'll come out like peach crumble. Okay. So it's probably more to do with the way you cook it, that it's not runny. It'll be a little more hearty than a stew, and definitely more hearty than a soup. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Just looks like a pie. Okay. That makes sense. I'm gonna watch his video today and see what he did with it. He made I think he made a meatloaf. He put prosciutto in his though. Ground prosciutto, or is it meatball? Meatball. And because he was doing a challenge for Subway, making their meatball sandwich, which when they gave him his, it looked like crap. So that's what's on the agenda for today. We'll go and try this elote, see how it turns out. Hopefully I don't, I'm going to stand there and watch it. Hopefully I don't burn down anything. But it shouldn't get out of hand. It should. You know, I don't like I don't like corn tortillas. So I don't really have a fond memory of tamales. I like flour tortillas. I guess you can make it with flour tortillas, but I don't know how authentic that is if you make it with flour tortilla. but I had a tamale once. Now, mind you, this was not authentic tamale made by a Mexican person. This was one out of the grocery store in the freezer section. So that does weigh in on the situation. When you want anything that's cultural in nature, it is best to get it made by a person instead of an assembly line, naturally. It's like collard greens out of a can. Yes, you can probably find you some good ones, but it's better when somebody take out a big old black pot, sit it on the stove, and just have at it. And one can, what it was oh, it's kind of like, like the frozen burritos in the freezer section, but these were in a clear bag, and they all wrapped individually, so it wasn't like the burritos were. Anyway, it was in the frozen section, so it was not authentic. It was fast food version, one of them heat and go type things. And I'm like, ugh, I don't like this. I don't like the corn tortilla, first of all. I don't like the mush, because it was mushy, because you put it in the microwave, which you probably still shouldn't do. Mind you, this was 20 years ago. But when it's horrible, you remember. So it wasn't my thing. That wasn't my thing. I do not know what a real authentic tamale tastes like. But I do know what a freezer grocery store version tastes like. Tastes like crap. Yeah, I've seen the canned ones, but I didn't, of course, partake in those after my freezer experience. Well, I'm sorry, Joanne. I don't mean to shatter you. But I've never had authentic tamales. I've never been in a position to get one either. You don't know, actually, rewind, take it back. Actually, my mother worked with the lady who made us real tamales. I did not eat them because at that point I had already had the grocery store ones and convinced myself I did not like them. It's all coming back to me now. Okay, so we got the ones from the grocery store in a little bag, right? And they taste like dog crap. And so my mother explaining this to Maria at the store or at the hotel that they worked in. They worked in the kitchen in the hotel. And she made her like a whole batch of real tamales, and they just had a field day. But at that point, I convinced myself I don't like this because I had the grocery store one. So I'm like, y'all know what? Y'all have at it, because this ain't really my thing. So when I had the chance to have an authentic real tamale made by someone of the culture, I did not eat it because like I said, I convinced myself I don't like these. So there you go. But I still don't like corn tortillas. They're just tougher than flour tortillas. They have a different flavor. It's not something I like. Now, would I like it in tamale? I don't know. But I know I don't like corn tortilla. And the sun is right in my face, and I can't see nothing. Now, there was a place when I was in Texas that is a food truck, and we would see them every time when Hatch chili season came around, and they came in and get their peppers. They got them in bulk, and then I never tried that either, or their tamales either, because like I said, I convinced myself to this day that I do not like them. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it'll come around again. Yes, I was. Yes, I was traumatized. It's like liver and onions. I will never forget that. I'm sitting there, and mind you, my father, he's a right bastard, he is. And so I'm sitting there at the table. They like liver and onions because they got weird tongues. And so he ate it. He eat any darn thing, but he eats it. And then I'm sitting there, darn near in tears, because you're making me eat this stuff that tastes like I'm sucking on a piece of metal or something. It just tastes awful, because this is where all the impurities go, and whatever that creature was that you took this liver out of. And so it's full of iron and rust and everything. And so I'm sitting there, I'm traumatized. I really am, because you're making me eat it. And then this bastard, he puts a big old giant chocolate cake on the table. You didn't have to do that. Like, I know where it was, but he moved it to the table that I'm sitting at and said, I can't have no cake until I eat this monstrosity you call liver and onions. Oh, that was awful. I ate the hell out of that cake, though. I bet you that. I mean, I bet you that. I ate it so fast, I sucked the color out of that cake. It was so fantastic. Because you sat there and you made me eat all that other mess. Like, that was awful. I'm still traumatized. You say liver and onions, I start shaking. I need a support group. I can't do it. You better not ever bring a piece of liver, nothing, in my house. Now, mind you, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Let's back up, too. Let's back up. I got my hand on my hip like I got something important to say. Let's back up. I have a half sister. Her mother made liver and onions one time. Or liver. I don't know about the liver and onion. But anyway, she made liver one time. I ate it. It was actually good. And I didn't know what it was, which is probably why I ate it. But it was just covered in gravy and goodness. And it didn't taste bad. But right now, at this stage of my grownness, you bring a piece of liver in my house, I'm going to kick you in your kneecaps. I guarantee. You better not never bring no liver in my house. And I mean never. No liver, no gizzards, no necks, none of that. None. It's horrible. Bad memories. I think that's how I ate it, Joanne. Oh, and Joanne, thank you. I got the cards yesterday. The animal cards. So yeah, I think that's how I ate it. Is because it was not. It wasn't livery. It didn't taste like liver and onions. It tastes like food, which is a big deal. Yes, your kneecaps. Yes, but see, they weren't. They weren't. English is hard. They wasn't hiding. I don't think the liver. That's just one of the dishes he make. And since I was over their house, I hate it. But they ate different stuff. This was the Chitlin house. That I know I don't want. You bring chitlins to my house, get in your car, and leave immediately. You and your bucket full of intestines. No. Can't do it, won't do it. This child and his horse. How do you keep it? That dog is gigantic. Anyway, yeah, it's a nice day today. Sun shining, got some clouds, but you know, for the most part, it's clear and pretty. No snow. It had okay, so it was supposed to snow Monday, and I think it was more like I called it angel dandruff. It was just a little flake. Fell out the sky, it was done. 10 seconds, it was over. But, you know, we still got January and February. So that should be fun. We shall see anyway. Menudo, what is that exactly? Hi, QQ. Oh, you got 4 to 5 inches? Oh, Lord. I think that's what we had. It was pretty. I enjoyed it. There's still salt on the ground from it. Like I said, we haven't had, no, I haven't seen snow in like 17 years. I think it's been a very long time. I think I exaggerate, but it's been a long time. I, I wouldn't eat it. See, I've heard the name. It's like menudo and mofongo, but I do not know what these things are. It's tripe with chili harmony and broth. Oh, I absolutely don't want that. Tripe is cow stomach, is it not? Ugh. It's 11:11. As we talk about angel dandruff. No. Cow stomach, cow tongue, pig intestine, pig feet, pig snoot, pig ears. These are not things you're supposed to eat. These are the leftovers that you're supposed to feed, you know, the raccoons and the animals on the farm. Or, you know, mince it up and call it bologna. But these are not things that you're just supposed to eat by themselves. But I get it. If you got 6 kids and you got your animal, eat all of it. Then take the hide and make you some belts and shoes. I get it. That's what my grandparents did. They had 7 kids. So when you get a pig, you got pig feet, pigtails. Pigtails, they did have some meat on it, so you could eat pigtails. But pig ears, pigtails were usually used for seasoning. Because you can salt them and then, anyway. But the pigtails actually do have some meat in it. Like the pig feet, pig snoot, pig ears, hog head cheese. Like, You took me too far. That's not really my get down. I've never had sugar cane, but there was this. I seen this on, oh, what's it called? The little talk show with the cheering on it. What's their name? The Real. I can't remember what she called it because it was a Vietnamese name, but it was ground shrimp and some other things. You bread it into like this little bowl, so it looks like a giant hush puppy, and then you put it at the end of a sugar cane, a little piece of sugar cane. So you bite the little shrimp ball and take your little bite and suck of the sugar cane too. I forget what that's called though. But anyway, there you go. That's my sugar cane story for today. Yes, you eat everything but the squeal. Oh, there's cardinals in the tree. You eat it all. We got like a little corner of snow that's in the shade. It hasn't melted yet because it's not hot enough for it to melt in the shade. But I mean, it's the smallest corner. You can't even call it snow at this point. There you go. Chowton. That's what it is. That is what it is. Thank you very much. You see, yeah, everybody knows everything. It's nice when people know things. That is what it's called. That is exactly what she said too. Shrimp ball on sugar cane. It looked interesting. I don't like shrimp, but it looked interesting. You better laugh. Good Lord. If y'all haven't seen it, it's I watch it once a day, no lie, no kidding. Once a day. And there's this Mexican lady. She is in the kitchen cooking tamales, actually, is what it looks like. And her kids are all around. You can't see them. But you see her, and you see her watching Rachel Ray make pozole. And she is not having it. Because Rachel Ray is making pozole, and she is apparently, according to this woman, making it all wrong. It's just hilarious. I love her reaction to her making pozole. And so I watched two videos of people from the culture making pozole, and it was not the way Rachel Ray was doing it. So they had a field day when they was watching her make. I mean, she was not having it. And then Rachel Ray put, she just, you have to find, it's on my community page. You have to watch at least one time in your life. That video is hilarious. She was making the pozole. She put, I don't know if she put hominy, but she put a bunch of crap in there. She put jalapenos, and then she put a dollop of sour cream at the end, and that woman just flipped out. Grandma? Oh no! I fell out right there. It was over. I watched that video once a day. Mm-mm. She said everything in Spanish. I don't know half the words she said, but I know she was not having it. Mm-mm. put a dollop of that. She basically made chili because she put some Fritos and sour cream at the end. Her last two ingredients was Fritos and sour cream, and then some lime juice on the top. And like I said, I watched two people of the culture make pozole, and it was not the way she made it. Like, if you're gonna do it on national, international TV, probably do it right. Oh, it's a dime on the ground, and I ain't bending down to pick it up. Ain't it a shame when money ain't worth nothing? You know, I had some. She had some canned. Well, everything was in a can. I guess she was showing you the quick way. You know, when them look 30-minute meal segments or something like that. So I think it's worth the dime. It is. Well, sort of. She was making the pozole, but everything came out of a can. And so she was trying to do like one of those quick meal segments, but I don't know what kind of bean she was using. There's two videos. One is just the woman reacting to it, and the other one is like they got Rachel Ray in one screen and her in the other screen reacting to her make it. It's hilarious. She was not having it. That's all she did. She made chili. She put Fritos and a dollop of sour cream was her last two ingredients. She made chili. I don't know what kind of meat she had. I forget what she used to make it red, too. She had something. I don't think there was any chili peppers in it either. Which I think is where some of the red comes from. I forget how she made it because every time, oh, penny candy, I remember go to the store, bring back sacks full of candy, some BB bats, some Kit bars, Clark bar, all the times, some Mary Janes before the name was hijacked by marijuana. It had Mary Jane's, Chico sticks. Oh, those were the days. I think she might have had some. Was that what she used? Tomato paste? You can't. I don't know if she used pepper. Again, I didn't see the whole thing or making it from the beginning. I seen her when she kind of was serving it, I guess, and telling you some of the ingredients that go in it. But I'm telling you, that woman watching it was not having it. I just watched it again. I think she used tomato paste or some sort of tomato something. I think the spice in her pozole came from jalapenos. That's where I think her spice came from. But she used it as a garnish, sort of, because she kind of put everything in the bowl and then put jalapeno, Fritos, and then crema right on the top. Watch it, it's funny. It's funny. Watch it for comedic purposes. It's hilarious. It's on my community tab. Just watch her reaction. Or watch Rachel, it's another video where you can see Rachel manipulating and then you see her reacting at the same time. And that lady's cussing up a storm. But she's a cook, not a chef. I guess there's a difference, but you know, that's how she would eat it, I assume. Okay, where are we at? Oh Lord, what does that say? Your order has been delivered. Well, thank you. There's this lady I bought this tarot deck from. I emailed her twice and sent her a message. She ain't said nothing yet. I'm like, Heifer, don't make me come to your house. Yes, I have been walking for 2 hours. Oh, good Lord. That means I get to go eat for an hour and a half. That way I still got a little exercise room where I'm still healthy. It is, and it's a nice day. It's, like I said, it's not cold. It's not even chilly. Well, not to me. Cold to me is 20, 17, on down. This is a nice day. Feels like spring. Like jacket day. My legs hurt. That I do know. But that's a good thing. Because they don't hurt like cramp hurt. They hurt like muscle workout work. Because I don't know what it looks like to y'all when we're out walking outside bouncing up and down. But I go up a hill. I'm going up a hill now. Then I go down a little bitty hill, then back up a hill. So my legs hurt. So we're going to do one more lap because battery running out anyway. And then I'm going in the house. What is today? Today is Friday, is it not? Yes, it is. Friday the 11th. So I'll see y'all on Sunday. Where are we? Becca, G, and one of them channels. I don't know. I think it's Becca's channel, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember. It's felt like a long time since I've done a live stream. Chili is 60, cold is 40. Chili is 40, 30. Cold is 20. Freezing is below that. I like the cold. I hate the heat. So this is perfect. No wind is blowing though, so this does affect how cold you feel. How cold I feel. So that's what's happening. Oh, mind the tree. So I'm gonna go in the house, eat some of this meatloaf-like contraption and make my Mexican corn and see how it turns out. I got everything. Oh, I didn't go get no lime. I should have went and got it while we were on the live stream, but I don't like to go in the store with the live stream because then you got to put people on camera that don't want to be. But I'm not going to no store. We'll just have to do without it. I really want it though. Like I really do. Do I have a mask in my pocket? I might just go now. I do have a mask in my pocket. Like I really want stinking lime juice, but I don't want to. What cheese? I didn't get any cheese either. I have cheese in the house though, but I didn't. I didn't go get any for my cheese and honey. I did get some honey because we were out. Because we sometimes put honey in the coffee because we don't actually have sugar in the house at all. My brother has a coconut sugar, but we don't have any granulated sugar. So we use honey for our sweetener. I should go get it. Vinegar, I don't like vinegar. No. Oh wait, I'm stepping on. Okay. Acorns. People eat their dogs just crap in the grass and don't pick it up. That's what we put is honey in our coffee. I don't have any other citrus. I do need to just go get it though. Oh well. I ain't going because I don't want to come back up the hill. That hill is gigantic and I don't feel like walking up the hill. I'm gonna be lazy now. That'll be my excuse. Other citrus though either. I don't have any lemon. I don't have any lime. I don't even have grapefruit juice. So I do need to just go get it because I want it. I want it to be like I want it to be. Does this darn store even have limes? Yes, they do. They got bags of them, a little bag of limes. I don't feel like walking back down there though. They won't deliver, but I bet you somebody could if I just want to be lazy. Uh, uh, uh. Limes. Limes, limes, limes. Oh, lemon gingerade. I know. I'm like literally standing on the curb. I'm like, just go get them because I do want them. And then, you know, life is teaching me and my brother this lesson. Go with your first thought. Because when you go with something else, then you end up regretting it. That's a gigantic bird. But I don't feel like going down there. And the longer I stand here, the more I don't feel like it. Mm-mm. I've been walking for 2 hours. I don't feel like walking down there anymore. Let's go. Oh, Lord. Take an Uber. See, DoorDash actually does. I don't think they deliver from the grocery store though. They deliver from CVS of all places. I don't think CVS has limes though, and I can't order $1 worth of limes. It is. I put lemon cough drops in my tea and coffee when I got scratchy throat sometimes. There used to be a lime tree around here. See, I don't want to take an Uber because that's just being lazy. I mean, it literally is 5 minutes from here. It'll take them longer to drive here than it does for me to walk there. I just don't feel like going down there. Because then I got to cross the street and stop at the light. And, oh well. I ain't going. So I thank y'all for hanging out with me, though. And I want that damn lime. I go home. This is you work. You watching the Gemini work right now. I'm on the precipice of doing nothing. My brother's at work, and he doesn't get back here until like after the sun goes down. Thank you, me, myself, and I. Right back at you too. Okay, let's just go get the damn limes. Jesus, Christian. We're going to the store. Going to get the limes. Where's the battery life? Okay, we're almost dead anyway, so this will be our last hurrah. We'll go to the store. We'll get limes just for you, Joanne. That's what we're gonna do. We're going to get limes because I want them, mind you, and I'm not gonna all of a sudden not want them just because I didn't go to the store. So let me get out the street like I own it or something. So we're going. Yes, I got to. I know it. I gotta have it because it's in my mind to get it, and it's not gonna just disappear because I didn't go get it. And then when I put all my seasons and crap all over it, then you take your lime and get you a shot on there. So yes, we're going to get it. Well, hopefully. I don't have an authentic recipe because I've never seen anybody make it. I've just seen it before after it was made. So I don't know all of the seasonings you would put on there. But when we get to the store, we'll see. Yes, that's what it's doing here too. Boots and scarves, shorts and sunglasses. It doesn't know if it wants to be winter. You see how long I stood on the curb, though? That's me making decisions all the time. Yes, I would have been disappointed because I'd have been like, I wonder what the lime taste would have been like. And then it would have felt unfinished. So now I'm doing it the right way. Chipotle seasoning? Yes, this is the Gemini mind. Y'all got to see it live. That's my Gemini mind anyway. I literally do that all the time. Don't ask me to make no decisions. And what's crazy is if it's important, I can make a decision. If it's something like that, I can't. Are you going to go to the store and get limes for your elote? No. Yeah. No. Because I don't feel like. Yeah. Because I want. No. That's me. Are you going to move to Pittsburgh? Yes, absolutely. Let's go. Just like that. So that's me. That's me for you. He's going to wear it anyway, Jen. You do what you want to do. But all of his clothes are black. He's like a goth without the depression. All of his clothes are black. All of them. His coats. Now his socks are colorful. But his coats, his shirts, his socks are the only thing that's colorful. His shoes are all black. I think he has one pair of shoes that actually have some color in it. I think they're white and black, but outside of that, everything is black. Oh, he don't need no more slimming. He ain't but 15 pounds, 2 ounces. So I'm the one got the fat in the family. So I should be the one in the black shirt. The exercise is good for us. Well, we're going to the store. We both actually have very colorful socks. Most of mine are black because I don't care about clothes like at all. So I wear what I have. You don't see clothes shopping for me is going to pick out a bunch of shirts that all have the same color. I think I got 9 gray shirts, 9 black shirts. I got a few like really bright shirts thrown in because it's nice to be different. And outside of that, I don't care about clothes. Jeans are all blue. I think I got a couple black ones. And up until I moved here, I only had 2 pair of jeans, and I got like 5. It's all the same. I like static. I like things to be. I don't care about clothes. I wouldn't have any on at all if I didn't get arrested. So I'm just not a clothing person. The sun is right on my screen. No, is it? Okay. across the street. I had to pay attention because it's a bunch of stuff going on. So pardon my silence. I have to pay attention here. There's people everywhere. I don't know if they have a Chipotle seasoning, now that I think about it. I don't know if I want hot. I just want flavor. Because I can do some spice, like cayenne is the hottest I can go. If you go outside of cayenne, then, you know, that's just not necessary. At all. I have Parmesan and actually the Parmesan Romano mix inside the shaker. I have that. Are you gonna stop? Okay. Yes, because I'm definitely not coming back once I walk up that hill. So I need to get everything I can possibly get. I take my country behind back out of that store. Where are you driving to? Jesus Christ. This is why I don't go places. People in these automobiles. Okay. Toilet paper. See, here's my thing. Because people are starting to hoard toilet paper now. I don't want to walk up the street with an armful of toilet paper. So I'm going to pass on that. I need to put this mask on, though. Mr. Truck, what you going to do with your life right now? Okay, I'm going next. I'm going to stand here forever. Jesus. Okay. So, I need to find a place to put y'all down while I put this mask on. Because this is hard, because I got two things already on my ear at the right now. So I need some more hands here. So, yeah, I'm going to go in the store with y'all too. So pardon me 1 second here. Be on the ground. Okay. I have some cayenne. Yeah, y'all about to crash. Y'all about to crash. Tell him, Joanne, be good. If I leave you in the car. Ooh, I don't like oregano. Applesauce. Everybody gonna crash into each other? Jesus Christ. Oh, water bottle out of my pocket. Okay. Can y'all still hear me? I don't like thyme or rosemary. I do like chili powder. So chili powder goes, black pepper, maybe some cayenne, maybe, oh, Susan. I'm not even kidding. I'm standing in the produce and was walking right past it. I'm not even kidding. Oh my goodness. Ooh, Jesus. If I ain't got a wandering brain, I don't know who do. I mean, I was walking right past it and I ain't kidding. Get you some gummy bears. Oh, they in little bags already. So you should get one of these little bags. Get one of the little bags. I can't open this darn thing. Who be closing these plastic bags? Superman, how come you can't get these open? Show us the lines. Okay, I did not tell you the store's got their produce is horrible. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you that. That's one. That's two. This one's okay. I get that one, but they got them in little bags, like already. But they all kind of look, I don't know, they look beat up. I walked all the way down here for 3 lines. See, this one's green. I did not tell you. Did not tell you. Okay, this one's green. The rest of them look like the homeless limes. What are these? Mojito limes. They got moisture in the bag, so they look horrible too. There's some lime juice. Should I get lime juice? Or should I just stick to the lime? Should I get both? Since we're in here. Elote, more paper. Should I get lime juice too? Get both. Stick to the lime. I mean, I'm getting the limes. I just mean, should I get this too? I'm still getting the limes for sure because I dug through it and found 4. So we got some. Both. I'm going to get both. I'm getting the limes for sure, but I didn't know if I should get both. Okay. There are seasonings here. I got salt. We got pepper. There's red pepper. I can get red pepper now. Garlic and herb. I don't think that's necessary because I got garlic. Oh, I'm knocking stuff over. I got garlic powder. There's an onion and herb too. With the Mrs. Dash. And it's a little, it's not powderized, so it might give it some texture. Yes, Joanne. All-purpose Greek seasoning. Seafood, nope, no thank you. Garlic salt, we don't need salt. What's this, marijuana, what's in here? Parsley. You know, we don't eat parsley. Not that we, have something against it. We just never have parsley in the house. Elote, Tris. Mexican corn, basically. Oh, what does this say? Hot Mexican chili powder. That sounds like that's something I don't want to eat there. Get a hot Mexican style chili powder. Anyway, I wonder if I should get it. Let's get it. Let's get the hot Mexican style chili powder. So we'll get that. I should have got a basket, Jesus. I know I was going to do this. Got paprika, crushed red pepper, ground cinnamon, chili powder, celery seed, no thank you, basil leaves, minced garlic. Yeah, parsley is, yeah, it's just for garnish, so we don't ever buy that. Have a salad seasoning, which has probably got a bunch of crap in it. But I have one of these type of things already that I got from this website called Sugar and Spice Exchange or something like that, or the Spice Exchange, to where there's a whole bunch of spices in it already. You know, they don't have smoked paprika, but I ordered some from Amazon. So I got a big giant bottle of it. I think that's it. Yeah, they definitely don't have it. Smoked paprika is very hard to find in these grocery stores. Black garlic powder, garlic pepper, onion powder. Yeah, everything else just seems. Well, I have to get me a. I'm not ready to make the cake yet, because I have to get a. What you call it? A cake dish, and then figure out what I'm doing, and so forth and so forth. I wish they had my popcorn in here. I didn't come in here to go grocery shopping though, so I need to just get what I need to get and get out. The more I look around, the more stuff I'm gonna try to pick up. So excuse me. You know, I made some deviled eggs the other 2 weeks ago, I think it was. So I got the Mexican style chili powder, lime juice, and 4 limes, because their limes look like garbage. Well, see, here's the thing. I have to talk myself. I got the smoked paprika. I actually got it from Amazon. But I have to talk myself to getting the stuff, whatever I was thinking of. I forgot that fast. I got the chili powder. I have chili powder already, but this one's hot Mexican style chili powder. So this one's hot. So this will mean that I don't have to put no what you call it, Steph? Cayenne pepper.
Oh, just roll away.
Really?
I don't know. I grew up using my homemade knuckles.
Yeah. My mother used to use them, but
Nobody makes the real good one anymore. Well, the girl I went to school with makes really good ones where you sit when you bite into it, there is enough. Yeah.
No one wants to eat parsley. Parsley's just flavorless grass. I've never seen it either. It's by McCormick. We're beginning to get limes, Becca, but the limes they had, I showed the stream earlier. They were awful. I found some though. Well, I guess I can put the stuff down. I'm never going to buy it. All right, pardon me, y'all.
Need your rewards points? Oh, sorry.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you today?
All right.
Good. That's $6.15. Good day.
Thank you.
Anything else for you today?
Right. Yeah, our smoked paprika is just very hard to find. We have, I think, one store that we found it at, but they don't ever keep it in stock. It's a hit and miss type of item. Tell her hi when we're done. She's very efficient. The first time I came to the store earlier today, I got her. She keeps the line moving, and she's pleasant, all at the same time. Can't ask for much more than that. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me walk this way. I hate walking out between cars, but it's a dangerous thing to do. But even with the mask, I gotta avoid the cigarette smoke. You want to talk about some sinus problems? There you go. Right there. All right. $6.15. I got limes, lime juice, and seasoning. That's it. Limes, lime juice, and seasoning. $6.15. The seasoning was more than likely the culprit. It was $2.50. Them damn limes was $2.36, so I only got 4. Everything's expensive here, though. I just figured it's par for the course. Put it on the counter, pay for it, get on with it, about your business. I'm making elote, Mexican corn, and I didn't have any limes for the garnish, for the afterwards. So we came to get limes. But, as you see, it didn't take very long to get to the store. This is why we don't do walks to the store anymore. Because you get there in 10 seconds. Yes, now I'm gonna have it the exact way I want it. See, you get that one that for the shawarma, that's in that glass jar. All that company spices is expensive. I do feel better now. Now I got my limes. I know it's gonna be exactly the way I want it because I got the stinking limes. I did what I was supposed to do. Now I gotta walk back up this hill, which is hard. Ooh, you read that light was good and red. And you showed up went right through it. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. All right, here comes the exhausting part. Now I gotta come back up this. This hill is a son of a mother. That's right, QQ. Make some space. That's all it's gonna do. Make me some space. I eat corn, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, a Milky Way, because I had to buy me a Milky Way. Because why not? But did y'all see them limes? Did y'all see them limes? And they only had 6 in the little thing. It ain't like they had some glorious lime section. They had 6 limes, and that's usually how I go. They run out of produce. constantly. I bet because it's going bad, not because somebody bought it. They were awful. All beat up. Witness protection lines. But the ones I got, they're all green. No skid marks or brown spots. Thank you, Des. This heel, them other ones is baby heels. This one is a son of a mother. But it's a good thing. Nothing wrong with some exercise. Been walking almost 3 hours. You know my I don't know what that other one is. How do you say that, Miss D? Is it Suiza? What is it exactly? Oh, but this heel is hard. It's rough. I try to keep myself straight up though, instead of like leaning forward and going forward in the heel. That way it's not like a lazy walk or something like that. Trying to keep myself vertical. Well, we pray for you, Vanessa. It's coming. It'll get there. What is it exactly? What is Suiza? If I'm saying that wrong, then correct me, but what is it? As far as the other thing, I think my brother wants to put the chicken bouillon on his. I do believe. But I got 8 ears of corn, so you can put whatever you want to on there. If you mess it up, throw it away. Or if you mess it up, wash it off. And, you know, start over. Thank you, Kiki. I wish they had more. I think it's just regular chicken bouillon. But he likes chicken bouillon. He puts it in literally everything. 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 Got chicken bouillon in it. So I think he wants that because, like I say, puts it on everything. It's like, you know, people's grandfathers who put, well, not necessarily, my father did it, ketchup on everything. Eggs, cheese, bacon, coffee, whatever, ketchup. I actually made it to the top of the hill and I'm not exhausted. Oh, somebody barbecuing. Because this morning, man, I got up here, you swear I was running from a polar bear. I'm talking about breath. That's the way it was. Yeah, it does taste good though. So it's not a bad thing. It's just a thing. He puts it on everything. Because I mean, to be honest, it goes with anything. It's like an all-purpose seasoning, really. It just adds a good flavor to everything. I'm not putting it on my corn, but there you go. Yeah, bouillon is just salt. It's flavored salt, basically. So I got my limes, and I'm gonna go make the corn. You know what I need to do though? I need to go in there and make it. If I go in there and sit down, take my shoes, it's over. I ain't getting back up until 7 o'clock. So I need to go in there, do what I need to do first, make my darn corn, and then go sit down. And then I'll sit there for the next 2 days. No, I did not get, so we were out to go get a crock pot, and we never did, because we didn't find the one we like or want and all blah, blah, blah. So no, we do not have a crock pot. Never did get one. Never did. Yeah, if you use a bouillon, you don't need salt. We don't actually have salt. We have them little salt and pepper shakers that you have on the table when you go to a restaurant or something. That's what we have. We have a little bitty salt shaker, that big. And then I got those little pouches of flavored salt. That's it. We don't have salt or sugar in the house. Everything's a powder. And then the bouillon. The bouillon is our salt. So that's why he puts it in everything, because that's our salt. Oh, grass cutters are here, Jesus. Okay, so I'm going to the house and make my corn. Next time we meet, I'll tell you how it turns out. Hopefully it's not awful. It shouldn't be. It's just corn, but the broiling part is what's going to be the challenging thing. I don't use the broiler because it cooks too fast for me, so I'm always afraid it's going to burn whatever I'm trying to broil. So anyway, thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank you for coming to the store with me. We've been to the store. This is our store walk. Oh, Jesus, they're on top of the roof blowing leaves off the roof. Y'all better be dead. Anyway, I'll show you a picture. Yeah, I'll show you a picture of what it looks like when it's done. So I'll see y'all Sunday.